Bam, jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
Once again, thanks for tuning in. You're listening to World Sports, and yes, it's late in the AM on Sunday, and you know what it is, man. I'm glad the churches are now open because them boy, them Spence fans, they are running out in the streets right now. They are in misery. They are distraught. They are running around here with their head just absolutely fuming. You know what I'm saying? They're out of control. They're insane right now on what they just witnessed. They witnessed the best welterweight, top pound for pound. Go in here and get this shit done the way it's supposed to. And y'all seen it for yourselves. I told you it's late. He stop him. Hey, don't be surprised he probably. And then people's like, nah, that ain't the case. Man, get Terence Crawford his props, man. Your boy Errol Spence fled the scene. What's worse, we now finding out Errol Spence is really about that wolf gang. Errol Spence is all about that wolf gang. For real. He's all about that wolf gang. Because he was sitting over there in the audience. 10th round stoppage. Not only that, but he stopped Shawn Porter. Then the cameras pan over to Errol Spence. And Errol Spence was all frustrated and pouting again. And he gets up and get his crew to shaking their head. I'm like, why the fuck are y'all shaking your head? Bow down when you just witnessed the king in the house. The king's in the house. What did I tell you on the line? Go back and watch what I said. I said it's going to be a stoppage. His pop's going to goddamn stop the fight. It's not going to be a stoppage where he's going to get knocked the fuck out. It's going to be a stoppage where his pop stopped the fight. I'm about to get to this live chat. Hold on for a second. Let me finish doing this right quick. Y'all hold on for a second because we got to get some work. We got to get some work today. I want everybody that that contribute to the Bud Crawford's network of criticism and want to talk about Terence Crawford fangirls and Bud sexuals and all that. Bring your ass over here now so we can talk. Come on, have this conversation on a Sunday. Bud did it just the way we thought. The Bud fans who know what his capability is. He is a professor. He is a doctor. He breaks and analyzes. He collects data. And then he transmits it forward. And that's exactly what you've seen today. I'm almost finished. Hold on for a second. Let me put this stuff in here. Then I'm going to get to the comments. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. If you're in the building, hit the like button. Hit the like button for a true Bud Crawford fan. Give me my love, because I was at no point in time during this fight was I, all scared. Hold on for a second. There's no point during this fight I was scared of any of that. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Charles on deck. What's good? Williams on deck. Tone Brown. Bud needs to fight EJ. We ain't talking about that bullshit. Tone Brown. We talking about the victory. We talking about the victory. Don't come over here and just comb smooth over what you just witnessed there, Tone. What you just witnessed is the greatest. One of the greatest boxers, period. Go ahead and stop a guy who we were saying that Terence Crawford has the capabilities and arsenal and technical ability to stop. His ring IQ was too high for Shawn Porter. It was so high. Shawn Porter was absolutely confused early on. He started doing this goddamn hut, Oklahoma 1, Oklahoma 2, hut, and think he was running through the hole or something. Trying to do goddamn Jeff Horn blitzes at Crawford. El foul player on deck. Errol left out of there as if he left the oven on. You got that right, bro. I just want to get y'all opinion. I just want to get you all opinion on what you think of the landscape. Just give me your opinion. So what I'm gonna do, man. I know a lot of people have to go to church tomorrow, whatever. But check this out. I'm dropping it in there. The link is in there for all of you grand individuals that choose to assess the performance and what happened in the 10th round on back. Because it didn't go 11 and 12. So we really have to just talk about the 10th round back. You know what I'm saying? Shawn Porter being dropped twice and stopped. Don't be mad at anybody. But you know what? I know some people that was over there saying, hey, WCS, make sure you return. Make sure you return here, on Sunday. Make sure you return on Monday because it's gonna be some smoke waiting on you. Well, I will definitely be there for that. So just save my seat. You know what I'm saying? Create your thumbnail already. Get your link all nice and fresh. I want to hear what you have to say about the performance. How methodically Terence Crawford gradually degraded any type of offensive strategy that Shawn Porter had. And he did it beautifully. Beautifully. What an incredible boxer that Terence Crawford is. What incredible. If he's a free agent, kudos to you. Salute for being a free agent. Go get that bag. I like how he mentioned 54. He has his mindset on things that's going to be productive to his career. Errol Spence said he was going to get in the ring. He bamboozled his fans. The ring is staged right. Errol Spence staged left and walked out the arena. I'm not disappointed though, because that's what I expected from man up Errol Spence. That's what I expected. So the first round was just like anything else. Crawford allowed himself to warm up the cylinders. You know what I'm saying? Get his hands right, joints good. He decided to warm up a little bit. Hold on for a second. What's going on, Alfa player?
Peace, welcome. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. What you been up to, bro?
Maintaining, bro. Like you just revealed a little bit of a tidbit to me. I didn't know that Errol said he was going into the ring in the aftermath of the fight. Man, what a bird! But like as far as like what you were saying, like 10 on, like 10 and earlier, I actually had Crawford up, I think up until like the 7th round, and then Bud started separating himself. He wasn't winning the rounds by a lot until like the last 2 rounds.
You had Porter up? You say you had Porter or Bud?
I had Porter up. Yeah, I had Porter up in the 7th or 6th round. I streamed the fight, so I couldn't write it on my phone. But I had him up pretty late.
Yeah, some of those early rounds was they were swing rounds, so to speak. They was hard to judge. It's according to what you was looking at.
Like maybe 4 of them, like either way, like were not resounding for either fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like correct. Maybe one by just very little. But that was it was a nice fight, man. And they both had accidental headbutts. So they were both dealing with the same thing, but Bud separates himself, man. Bud knows how to put people away. Unlike other fighters in the division, other fighters in boxing. I mean, he's a special talent. I mean, like I'm not gonna lie, right before I came on to you, like just to make my little 2-second rounds, I went into the people that I was listening, peeking into the people that constantly have nothing good to say about Bud, and they're already trying to break down Errol breaking out, like as if he had a reason to break out post fight. Like he had something better to do. Like, my man, you're in Vegas. Like, you're not from Vegas. Like, you're at the fight, bro. Like, you should be within that ring, like seeing what's up for the next fight. But I already know what it is, man. Like, Errol don't want to fight him next, or maybe even the fight after that. Like, they're just trying to age Bud out. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to mention, Scott. Like, that to me, this was like an average to below average performance for Bud. Like, this is like, status quo. Like, this is like, to me, this wasn't Bud like at his top. I saw a little bit of puffiness in the face like earlier today. I don't know if that had anything to do with anything, or maybe Bud is like on the downtrend. I mean, which is not like terrible, because I think a lot of these welterweights are on the downtrend. But Bud, like, not at his best, could do what he did today, like knock out a guy that's never been knocked out.
I look at it like this though. We're used to seeing Bud, take over and subliminally, like little subtle changes he was making, besides changing the southpaw, little subtle change he was making as the fight went along. And just because, like you said, you had Shawn Porter up in the first half of the fight, but Bud was continuing to make changes on Porter and getting his timing down and doing little subtle things that slowly but surely broke him down. So I think he was very methodical. He was patient. He didn't get wrapped up in the brawl. He didn't allow Porter to put him up against the ropes a lot, like, in the Spence fight. He did a lot of intelligent, educated transitions in this fight. It may not have looked pretty, but it worked out. It worked out for him because we already know he was going to turn it up in the later rounds. And when he started turning up the pace at the end of that last round, the 9th round, into the 10th, I mean, you got the results that he was looking for. But you made a good point, though.
Nah, absolutely. And as far, and this whole like thing of where you get Bud like kind of like playing with his opponent to a sense, and like seeing what he could bring, and then at the end of the fight putting him away. This happens every fight, and it's dope every time. And like, people won't give him credit. Like, come on, man. Like, like people act like people talk about everybody else being the ops when it comes to a fighter they like, but they do the same shit with Bud, man. Come on, like,
Exactly,
Bud's a brother.
Shit, man, for real.
And like, you're gonna give him mad credit when he retires, like, if they don't fight ultimately, what excuse you gonna make? Oh, Bob, like, you're gonna blame Bob? Like, Bob just made a fight happen with Wilder and Fury, and to hell with Bob too. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, if you're a fan of Errol Spence, throw him into the ring. That's it, bro. Like, if Errol Spence says anything besides like, I want to fight Bud next, then he's fronting. Period. And I know he's gonna say that. I know he's not gonna say that he wants to fight Bud next, or he's gonna say some 60-40 shit and like lead us on a downtrend into 2022, or like some missed, like, some stupid YouTube shit, like, as to why he shouldn't fight Bud. Like, I'm done with that shit. Like, I've been waiting for that fight for half a decade, damn near. Like, if you're not like talking about making that fight next, if you ain't talking about making that fight next, you're a fangirl and you're in the way. Like, get out the way. Like, let real boxing aficionados and boxing fanatics have their fight. Like, and you take your 60-40 conversations like to Twitter or some shit. Yeah, but let me and if anybody's watching or in the cut, man, like, my man will let you. He put the link out there. Like, if you want to speak your piece, bro, like, my man is more than cordial. World Combat is good people. He ain't gonna diss you, like, but we don't gotta get dramatic, or we don't gotta get emotionally vested into these things. If you want the Bud to lose, he didn't lose. I mean, like, I'm not rubbing it in your face, but the real fight to make is Errol and Bud. And so come Sunday, tomorrow, after church, then we start talking about that. Hopefully, real fans talk about that. But let me take off, Scotty. I'm gonna keep listening though, man. Thank you for letting me on too.
Hey, foul player in the building. Appreciate you pulling up. Salute.
Peace, bro.
Sir, seeing you on deck. What's good?
What's up, my bro? Let's go.
Man, what is good with it, man? What just happened?
Man, what I told y'all, Bud beats everybody. Let's go, man. Oh, he ain't gonna stop Porter. Nobody stops Porter. He stopped Porter. He took the
Stopped him.
energy out of Porter. Porter was tired. Bud seen it. If you look and watch,
He started getting frustrated too, dog.
Yes, he was completely frustrated. I couldn't watch it on my TV because my ESPN messed up. So I had to watch it on my laptop. So I was right there next to the screen, like face to face. You could see all the little moves and the little stuff that Bud was saying to him. He was like, man, I'm about to get you. I'm about to get you. He was frustrating him the whole time, man. He had him. He had him.
Sir. I mean, it was easy work. Jay Ocho on deck. What's good? Hey, Biggie, that link out there for you, Biggie. You don't have to sit up there and talk about what Errol gonna do. Come up here and explain why he was quick to punch a bus ticket up out of town. You know what I'm saying? He the one sold y'all the wolf ticket and say, I'm getting in the ring. I'm getting in the ring. Sir Senior, what you think happened? Do you think he left some on the stove at the hotel? I mean, what do you think happened? Why Errol didn't get in the ring?
He got scared.
Was that not the perfect opportunity for Errol to get in the ring coming off a knockout, right? Both of them dropped Porter, but only one of them stopped Porter. So that would have been the perfect time for Errol Spence to jump in the ring, man.
He was scared. Bud got headbutted in his eye. It was like right above his eye was gashed open. It did nothing to him. Porter's best shots did nothing to him. Nothing to him. It was like, okay, you hit me. All right, well, let's keep fighting. Oh, you headbutted me. Okay, let's keep fighting. Oh, you want to try to wrestle with me? I pick you up and throw you to the ring. Let's keep fighting.
I told him Bud was stronger than what they give him credit for, man. I seen this dude run routes and every place I went, from NYC to down here in the A, to Vegas. Man, that dude's always wrestling with his people. He's always wrestling. Him and Shakur Stevenson was wrestling before Shakur Stevenson stepped in with Jamel Herring. That's facts, man. I got it on video. So I mean, it's a wild fight. I wasn't no way, shape, or form thinking Bud Crawford will underperform. You know what I'm saying? Any less than what he did. I knew he was gonna break Shawn Porter down. That same style. He might have not came out chest to chest because he respected Bud's power, but he tried certain things. Terence Crawford figured them out, collect the data, and then he went and executed. And it was beautiful, man. His sharp punches, man, he's surgical with his punches, Terence Crawford. Very surgical, man. And you know, I need to hear from the Errol Spence fans. You know what I'm saying?
They scared, they shaking, they making excuses.
You have two people up on here that can definitely help you understand where you went wrong. King Mitch on deck. How you feeling, bro? Man, come on. Why y'all won't click the link, man? Y'all over there trying to goddamn call up damn crime scenes investigators and do a search party on Spence. No, just talk about the fight. Just talk about what happened. It was a perfect time for Terence Crawford to set the record straight, and he did it, especially at the end of the year. So people are going to end this year talking about what could possibly happen in 22. And that's plenty of time that Errol Spence is sitting out there. Obviously, he don't have the patch on his eye no more. So he's ready. He's ready. You agree or not, sir? Saying he didn't have the patch on his eye.
Dang, Errol Spence is running from his fans. He don't want to answer no questions. That's sad.
Oh, he has some fans in the arena.
Everybody was like, hey, what's up, Errol? What's up, baby? Talk to me real quick. Talk to me. What's up, man? How you feel about it? He was like, it's a knockout. A knockout is a knockout. Champ side is recording him. Man,
Champ side got Errol Spence right now. Champ side interviewing Errol Spence right now.
Yeah, he trying to Errol low key on.
Is it on his channel?
Yeah, it's on his channel.
Hold on,
premiering it right now.
Y'all have to hold on for a second. Okay, I'm not getting none from over there. I hear him, but he don't have Errol Spence with him. And shout out to Champ Side too. Keep rocking and rolling, man. Grinding out there, Champ Side. We see you. Spence is going to body Bud easy. You don't even believe that. It looks good in text, but when you try to speak it into existence, it gets a bit more difficult. They're already
Most
making
definitely.
excuses. Errol told his boys to get up. We out of here, nigga. Was shook. Didn't think Porter would get stopped. Solid performance by Crawford. KP threw his son under the bus after the fight. Hey man, it makes it very interesting. Errol feels no man. Hey, it don't have nothing to do with fear. It don't have nothing to do with fear. I'm just saying he retreated from the area, or whatever. So, what do you think about this, Sir Seniors? Looking at the performance, being that he stopped Porter for the first time, he did it better. That was just Errol Spence's second common opponent. He did it better than Spence, obviously, because he stopped him. Period. We don't want to care about the first knockdown. It was in the 10th. But
the first and the second knockdown, if you say, okay, we'll stop to eat early, he knocked him down twice.
Yeah.
Who else done that? Back to back.
Back to back. Back to back.
So you can't. So no matter what you say, any excuse you come up with, oh well, he stopped it too quick, blah blah blah, BS. Okay, he knocked him down twice. What's your excuse about that?
Yeah, what's the excuse? Another overlay of excuses I was hearing that Sir Senior is the fact that they always wanted to talk about Terence Crawford's resume, and though his resume was with names of individuals who had pretty decent records, right? They wasn't respected within the boxing community to be the top tier, the creme de la creme fighters. Now that he fought the second common opponent of Errol Spence and Shawn Porter, who everybody was hyping up, he's tough, he's durable. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sleeping on Shawn Porter. Y'all sleeping on him. Well, he was damn near sleep. He was damn near sleep in the middle of the ring.
This is the best Shawn Porter I ever seen. I said it's going to be the best Shawn Porter, and look what did to him.
Yeah, man. Shawn Porter was using his thought process this time. He wasn't extremely reckless. You know what I'm saying? He used his thought process. That's all I can say. Look at that.
Like I said, I'll say it like this. I don't start no internet beefs, but like I said, the Errol Spence fanboys gonna hate me because I done went a couple of places. I try to get a bunch of people to block me, but I can only get BFTV to block me. He was mad. He wouldn't block everybody who's little Bud. I said, I told you. You mad? You mad? You so me.
I'm just mad and a little perturbed that I don't see certain people on right now doing a post-fight reaction. Usually I see these cats on. I'm not seeing them right now. Damn.
Because they don't want to. They definitely don't want to show the fact that Errol ran out the ring. I mean, he didn't get to the ring. He left. Oh, I'm going to the ring. I'm going to the ring. No. He dipped off. And he didn't even want to talk. He didn't want to talk to the fans, nothing. He gone. Errol always stand around talking and showing off his chain and everything. That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Errol Spence fan. I just don't have him above Bud.
I'm not.
And I'll keep showing you why. Every time Bud is going to do this. This is what Bud's going to do. Every time I say it, that's what he do. He knocked out Kell Brook.
J. Ocho say Errol was disappointed, Bud won. Totally agree with you, Jay. He was disappointed.
Very disappointed.
You know, there's a lot of people on this YouTube community, YTC, are absolutely disappointed that they couldn't come over here to WCS and gloat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I found out about them characterizing individuals who support Bud is that they just I really couldn't understand why they would, for a person who does everything he's supposed to do in sport of boxing, Why he has so much disdain for his fans though? Like, what have that guy done for you to hate his fans? Now that we are gloating and shit in his victory, I don't hear no apologies coming down here, Sir City. They owe you an apology, bro. Where are the apologies at?
A big apology. I said he was gonna stop him. I said he was gonna win, and I said it was gonna be. And how many rounds? Between 8 and 10. It was 10. He said, "Let me go ahead and end this for my boy Sir Senior."
Yeah, I think I heard him say that shit. I think he might have whispered that in the ring, doing in between rounds to Bomac. Hey, Sir Senior's talking about 8 to 10, so we got to keep that. We got to keep that metric alive. Go ahead and stop it. Bomac said, "Go ahead and get aggressive. Go ahead and stop it. All right. Be careful. Do it right." That's what happened. Hands down, man. D Hodges, OG on deck. Told y'all all buzz stoppages. Man, I'm waiting for these cats to give me my money. I know, man. If y'all listening, y'all need to cash out my money. Do not donate that shit to YouTube. Y'all need to cash out me my money for real. Don't run away. Do not run away. I don't think that was the best Shawn Porter we ever seen at all. Hard to say when his dad openly admitted his preparation was subpar. Mitch, man, his dad was up there talking some bullshit. That's why majority of them people was booing in the audience. How can you say Shawn Porter, this wasn't the best Shawn Porter? He and there, just like on the other channel, you know, everything boxing and sports. He's sparring with Shawn. Tank Davis. Who else did they say he sparred with? Tank Davis. He sparred with who else they say he sparred with, Sir Senior? You remember? It was Tank Davis. And I forgot. Dang, what Keon at? Where you at, Keon? For real. I need to know, because they was talking about Tank Davis gave Shawn Porter some good work. He's well prepared. And then he come over here and get stopped. Did Tank Davis stop him in sparring? I mean, I need to know. Free Hoover on deck, man. What's good with you? Man, y'all need to jump y'all ass on the panel and stop playing and talk this talk, man. This is Bud Crawford's post-fight celebration, man. All the hate is running downstream. You know, we all washed up right now, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Bud once again proved how great he is. He's the best welterweight in the business.
Now everybody would be man down. If Bud would have looked bad or he would have lost, everybody would be on. Now everybody's scared. You want to put a video up saying, "I think it was a quick stoppage." Okay, EJ, go ahead, run home, EJ. You scared, EJ. You scared.
You're scared. And stop sending wolf tickets, man. Stop doing that shit. You say you're going to jump in the ring. What better time on the momentum of Bud Crawford stopping him? I guess he had to go the distance. You would have been satisfied, but he stopped him. His pops, just like I said in the video, I say it won't be TKO and none of that shit. Like, it won't be at the hands solely of Crawford. His pops will stop the fight. And a lot of people were spot on in this conclusion. You know what I'm saying? So what you think the best move is next for Terence Crawford? That's Sir saying, should he go to 54 or wait down here and beat up on some 47 pounders?
I think that if he goes to 54, unless he's going to get a Charlo fight or something like that, there's no reason to go to 54 yet. Go ahead and get you know what I'm saying? I would tell him to go ahead. If it was me talking to Bud face to face, I'd be like, "Bro, go ahead and boogeyman these dudes. Go ahead and bully these dudes. They tried to play games. They want to bully. Show the world that these dudes is scared. Stay. Get 2 more fights. If it's EJ, if it's Boots, like whoever it is, get 2 more fights, show them that they really scared. Because he can definitely get a fight and then welcome probably Josh Taylor up a fight after that. Or if EJ can finally stop being scared. EJ Ben said he's taking the easy route. He blatantly said that. I'm gonna take the easy route. Why would I not take the easy route? You think he was talking about money? They didn't never say nothing about money when they met face to face.
Never.
They never said nothing about money at that time. EJ fans gave him the money excuse. He never said nothing about money. He was like, why wouldn't I clean up my side of the street? Because that's what he's saying is easier.
EJ fans wanted him to be more empowered through monetary debates rather than them, talking about boxing in general. And he said at point blank period that he was taking the easier route with Shawn Porter. And then Terence Crawford asked him, so they didn't mention my name. He said no. So you was all about taking the easy route. So let's go get this easy route. Terence Crawford right here. He easy as on way. He just coming off a fight. Call him up. Don't shake your head and leave the arena, man. Man, I'm telling you, man, that's some bum ass move right there.
And he said he would never come to this fight talking junk. I guess he kept the not talking junk part.
I wish he would have stepped in the ring though, because he did it to Shawn Porter though. So saying he did it to Shawn Porter, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't do it, and that was coming off Shawn Porter with a victory. But he didn't do it this time, man. Errol Spence capping, y'all. His supporters are capping. All y'all are capping for this man. I want to see what it's gonna look like Monday when y'all come in here and talk about this fight. Don't come talking about what Shawn Porter dad say. Oh, he didn't train and try to diminish the accomplishment. He got knocked out, dog.
And it's funny because somebody who I already done said his name, so I'm gonna say his name again. Got one all the smoke. BFTB boxing. He said, I got Porter. I don't care who wins. I got Porter. And Porter got knocked out.
Damn. I think a lot of them was going for Porter because they don't like Bud.
Yeah.
For real.
Then when the fight kept going, he was like, I do want Bud to win. Dude, you didn't want Bud to win. You want to have content. Because that's what most of their content is. Their content not even bigging up EJ. Their content is hating on Bud. But why? Because he too good?
Might be because he's dark skinned first. They might have a problem with dark skinned brothers. I don't know.
That's what it is. And I was going to let it just be there. But that's what it is. It's because he's dark. Only reason why they like Deontay Wilder is because what's your other choice? Let's keep it real. What's your other American fighter choice? And Deontay Wilder was knocking everybody out. You can't... What excuse you got for that? You can't make up nothing off of that.
Jay Ocho say before the fight we spar and tank and plant. Now he ain't prepared right. And talk your shit, Jay Ocho, for real. You know what it is, man. That's 100%, 1000% correct.
There was like they got pomade from Kill Bill. They said they dug back up. Respect to the dead. Every Kung Fu master since Kung Fu.
For real, man.
They had everybody. They don't spar Apollo Creed. He the best shape he's ever looked.
Name? What character Andre Ward played in Creed? He played Danny something. They even got Danny off Creed to come help him spar shit.
The same way they said about Kell Brook. Remember, they said Kell Brook looked good. He looked the best he ever looked. He looked great in training. He looked big and he was ready every time. And what's going to be an excuse when he knock out Errol? When he lay Errol completely out. And then stand over him and say, give me my $1 million.
Mm-hmm. Give me my motherfucking $1 million that you bet me. You shook my hand right there in front of Bob and all them. Give me my motherfucking money.
Yep. Do the steaky leg. Do the steaky leg. Do the steaky leg.
IB, what's good, man? King Mitch, all credit to Terence Crawford. It is his night. He performed like a true champ. Kudos to the whole team. Awesome. King Mitch being nice. That is awesome. Brotherhood on deck. What's good?
What's going on, man? It's
Man, you
Bud's
know what it
time,
is,
bro.
man.
He
I'm on a high
stopped.
right
He
now, headed
stopped
into
his ass,
Sunday.
man. He
What
stopped
now?
his ass, and
Huh?
we say he was gonna stop his ass, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, you seen EJ? He walked out that motherfucker. He ain't want no problems.
But where's all these YouTube people who attended the fight? They couldn't keep that man in the building and get an interview?
No. But the next excuse is gonna be, oh, he stopped it too early. That's the new excuse now. He stopped it too early.
Oh, his pop stopped it too early.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's gonna be another excuse they're gonna make up to protect EJ.
But to the both of y'all, what did you think of when Porter went from trying to punch Crawford to punching the canvas?
He was upset. He fucked. He knew he fucked up.
Well, that was a good point to stop that motherfucker. Be done.
Because if he would have did some more, we don't know if Shawn Porter would have got knocked out cold or so you don't want the worst happening. And we gotta understand Kenny Porter is his father. That's his son in the ring. That's his flesh and blood. So he don't want to see his son die in the ring, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
But he knows this is boxing. This is what you signed up to be. When you get in the ring, man, you put your life on the line and stuff like that. So I think it was a good stoppage. I can't blame Kenny Porter in that situation.
Man, there's no option that it was a good stoppage. It was dead on. Mm-hmm. And once again, you can't sit up here and train your son, but then say, okay, to prove a point, I'm gonna let him go life and limb. I told people Shawn Porter's career is coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? Period. I'm not saying this is the last fight, but his career is coming to an end.
But see, Shawn did a good job though. I think Shawn did better than what I expected him to do. He made it a good fight. Shawn Porter always makes it a good fight. Like Shawn Porter's never in boring fights.
But it's the dark science, though, brother boxing. Like,
but Crawford just made the adjustments. Crawford made the adjustments. That's how great fighters do. And Shawn can't make no adjustments.
Make the adjustments. And it's beauty. Free Hoover said Crawford versus Khan too. Stop it, Hoover. Man, Crawford would knock that man out again, man. Yeah, I don't want to see that, bro.
Yeah, all I want to know, what are the EJ fans at the night? These guys they're gonna keep on making excuses?
I don't know, man. I'm just going around. I'm putting in people's channels, and that shit said out of business. I'm like, damn.
They seen a ghost after when Terence did, them motherfuckers seen a ghost or something like that.
What is going on? Let me try.
Because I don't see nobody really going live like that.
What's up? It's usually post-fight recaps, all this shit. I don't see nobody on this motherfucker, dog.
These motherfuckers, they want ghosts.
Man, I'm disappointed, man. These YouTube cats, man. They say they're gonna do all this and that, but they fight it on win and they sleeping. Man, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I don't think EJ gonna fight him next. I just don't see the fight happening next.
But who would you like to see Terence Crawford fight next? 154?
If they can get the unification fight, he should fight Virgil Ortiz, right?
So the technicality comes in is that the WBC denied Errol Spence from being a mandatory. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, I don't know if it'll bring any relevance if a franchise belt will be handed in on the welterweight division. As I said, it's about time for another franchise belt to hit the lot. I don't know if it'll be the welterweight division, but I never heard Terence Crawford say he wanted to unify the entire division more so than what we was hearing from Errol Spence. Because I don't think it matters to him. He might want to come over there.
He just wants the best fight.
Errol Spence, but he's not really talking about unification.
No, I think he just wants the Spence fight. I think he wants the best fight in the division, and I think Spence is probably the second best fighter too, Bud, man. But I think Bud stops him, man. I think he stops Errol Spence. It's going to be because in that Shawn Porter fight, if he didn't get that knockdown, Shawn Porter was going to win that fight. Well, we like Shawn Porter now. He was going to win that fight against him. So I just want to see Earl. Could Earl go? Could he make the adjustments, man? You know what I'm saying, world?
Yeah, I totally get it. But I put Errol somewhat in the same shoebox as Shawn Porter when it comes to boxing. I don't see much change. You can pop the lid, the motherfucking shoes are in the same spot.
He fights the
You might
same
switch
way.
them
He fights
around
the same
and
way.
shit like that, but they pretty predictable. You know what
He
I'm saying?
fights
It's
the
pretty
same
damn
way.
predictable.
Earl Spence has a good jab. He goes to the body. I mean, the only thing that's really good about Earl Spence, he just goes to the body. He's just a body
Look how he
finisher.
check left hooked them into the
Yeah,
turnbuckle.
yeah,
What does that
yeah.
remind you of? Floyd Money Mayweather and Ricky Hatton.
Mm-hmm.
And he just didn't knock him out. He check left hooked him to the damn turnbuckle, man.
You know what Earl Spence remind me of, though? He kind of remind me of Winky Wright in a sense. But I don't think he's a better fighter than Winky Wright.
Why you remind you of Winky Wright? He don't have that high guard like Winky.
No, he don't got the high guard, but he got the good boxing skills.
Oh, yeah. I think he a bit one dimensional. For real.
Yeah, he's kind of he wants to out man you. You know what I'm saying? He wants to outbreak you, and I don't think he's gonna do that to Bud, man. And I don't think EJ got power like that. See, EJ he don't got power like that. His power is really going to the body and just ripping away to the body. He don't got power like that. You know what I'm saying?
What's a good counter to a body shot? Go up top. Shit.
Yeah.
They focus on your body.
And I feel like he's gonna be lunging in too.
Hoover said Virgil would end up like Brandon Rios. Man, it's possible, man, because Brandon Rios, man. Shout out to Brandon, but he's gonna have pugilistica real early in his lifetime when he's, long gone out the sport for at least a good about 10 years if you make it. But JA said they got EJ in 4K.
Yeah. Earl Spence don't
talking
got no
about
head
let's
movement.
go.
He don't got that boy. Don't got no head movement. Earl Spence got no defense at all. He really barely even have a defense. I can't name one fight. Has he ever had a great defensive fight?
Y'all can't start bringing Boots Ennis up into the fray yet. Even though he's trying to make a name, his resume is still subpar too.
Yeah, Boots Ennis. I mean, he needs to fight. I wouldn't mind to see Shawn Porter versus Boots Ennis. I think that'd be a good step up for fight, man, for Boots though. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight for Boots, man.
So you consider him the journeyman right now?
And I also consider him a gatekeeper, man. 147. He lost all his big fights, so now I feel like we can just see him as a gatekeeper and shit like that. But I just don't see him, man. I don't see him going for another title shot because everybody beat him. I mean, the only person he beat at 147 was Danny Garcia. So I don't know what's left for Shawn Porter, man. I think he's going to. I think Shawn Porter's like a Tim Bradley, man. He's gonna go do commentating now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true. That's happening. That's happening. I mean, period. I just, I was just didn't like the look I seen with Shawn Porter. That's about to go back in front of the camera, but he was losing control and beating up the canvas. I mean, the canvas did nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Even though you like visiting the canvas,
that's why he was upset, man. And I like Shawn Porter as a fighter, man. He's a good dude, man. I like him as a fighter, man. But he just can't make the adjustments. Like we was talking about, he just can't make the adjustments to be the Bud Crawford. Nobody can in this division. No EJ, no Bud, no Thurman. None of these dudes can beat him, man. He's the best welterweight in the world right now, and people need to put some respect on his name.
Put some respect all over that shit, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't King Mitt say. Let me read this comment right here. Queen Miss said, didn't like how happened, but Virgil Ortiz did himself a favor by leaving Robert Garcia's gym. Honestly, think Errol damaged goods now. You see the corner of his left eye earlier. We know it is. We know he is.
I do not see this as a 50-50 fight, brother. I do not see the 50-50 fight with Bud and Spence. Spence can't make the adjustments. Name me the adjustment that he made in the Porter fight. Outside that knockdown, because he saw Shawn ducked under, he slipped. Shawn got under. He caught him with that check left hook. Outside that, name me the adjustment that EJ made in that fight. He didn't make
Jay said Bud stopping EJ. That's a 50-50 fight, but Bud got more ways to beat you. Facts.
Yeah.
I don't see Bud stopping it. And I see the same way. If it's not stopped by Bud himself, his corner will stop the fight. He can beat up. Look, I'm gonna tell you, he can beat up Errol Spence easier than he did Shawn Porter.
Yeah, because
Because Errol
Shawn
Spence
Porter, he got
doesn't
angles,
move
he
like
got
Shawn
moves.
Porter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the knockout might
Earl
become
Spence
early.
don't take boxing serious like that, homie. That's the problem that the EJ fans don't want to admit. This nigga don't take boxing that serious. He's not like Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford's in the gym working, man. All that do is just work, man, and be a husband and wife. That's what he does. You don't see Bud Crawford in no clubs drinking and smoking weed and stuff like that. Like we
And
do
you don't see him
EJ.
30 pounds above his competing weight either.
Yeah. That nigga said EJ was almost, that nigga was at 190. I mean, how could you blow up to 190 and get to 147? Come on, man.
Undisciplined.
You know you're not fucking taking care of yourself. And they give this dude a fucking pass for this shit.
Sir Ken on deck. World Combat Sports salute. Salute to the wrenches and the chats and salute to the chat. Smash the like button. Appreciate you there, Sir Ken. All day, my brother. Appreciate you. I like to call this card the night of the headbutts. Congrats, Crawford, for the stoppage. Yeah, you know it's gonna be headbutt city if it was Shawn Porter on there. You know he was born with the helmet. King Mitch, we on the high tonight. It'd be different on Monday. Oh, it ain't gonna be different for me, man. I punched my passport, my YouTube passport, and I'm taking some visits. I'm going from damn platform to platform. Could you explain, please, what you witnessed this weekend? Just let's break it down. I don't want to hear no box wreck. I don't want to see none of that shit. I want us to just talk about the fight, the post fight, and Errol Spence walking out the arena. I want that to be explained to me. That's all. Porter know his dad was correct in stopping it, and his reason for stopping it. Just wish Kenny Porter hadn't said it immediately after the fight. It was a message to his son. Hey man, they've been around each other forever and a day, and now Shawn Porter buys a house across the street from his pops. Man, that ain't never happening over here. No. J.A. said, I don't see Bud stopping EJ. Read that. Now Spence is in the same box as Porter. Oh, man. I really want to see. I really want to see what transpires over the New Year's. I do. I want to see a tweet. I want to see something over the New Year's. That's all. Big dog on deck. How you feel? That check left hook wasn't even a punch. He grabbed his head and pushed it to the corner. Can't miss a check left hook. Some of the time can do that. That's like a slick move to place your opponent not off direction but off balance, so you can actually rush in and start punching your opponent when they are facing. Once they turn around, they can be subjected to straight, jab, cross, or a shot to the body because they really don't know. They're facing the turnbuckle. So you're right. It was like a cuff behind the head, but the ref didn't say anything about it because it was in the form of a punch, but he just cuffed him behind the head. That's just, old school move. You know what I'm saying? That's a slick move right there. Shawn didn't do anything about it. Look, what's the amount of minutes he held Terence Crawford on the ropes? People was talking about how strong Shawn Porter was going to be. He might stop Bud Crawford if Bud follow him on the inside. I mean, what is the time frame that he held him on the ropes for real? But anyone y'all in the chat, man, you're more than welcome to jump on here. If you don't have to be to church tomorrow and give a testimony on why you fucked up. Was he able to say anything else, man? I know you out there checking out. Have you found somebody that's able to get a hold of Spence? So, Senior? I guess he's off. Let me see who. Man, get on here and let me know, man. And meanwhile, while y'all on here, man, go to IG, World Combat Sports, and check out some, boxing photos that I put out there. I'll probably be putting definitely a couple of videos out tomorrow. I bumped into my guy, Roy Jones Jr. We chopped it up tonight about some stuff. We had fight night, so go check out the videos and pics that I put up there, the
Hey,
fights
world,
and
man.
everything. Yeah.
What you think that's I just don't know, man. Like I feel like if Terence don't fight Virgil, then what Terence should do? You think he should go to 154 then? If EJ don't want to fight?
Look, I hope Terence fight Virgil. I really do.
Me too.
Because Virgil brings absolutely no threat whatsoever. He's a punching bag, dog. He's been in 2 premier fights for his resume, and he's faced adversity big time. He was hurt. So why are you going to bring Virgil Ortiz over here to fight Terence Crawford? And you trying to raise him like Canelo? Oh, so-and-so stepped in there with Terence Crawford at this time. And so he can get his one loss, so he can elevate himself to superstar status later on. It ain't going to work, man. You might get that dude's career ruined.
Yep. I don't know, man, because he did crawl off Crawford though, and I don't think he want those problems, man.
I mean, I like his so-called
I like his demeanor.
bravado.
I like Virgil's demeanor though, man. He doesn't care. I like his demeanor and shit, but I don't.
I like his courage and shit. But even with courage, when you're young, you make dumb decisions sometimes. And somebody should tell him you need to hold off on that.
He's gonna get his ass whooped if he gets in it, bro.
Yeah,
all
he
these
is.
gonna get whooped though, man.
Let me see. King Mitch say you can't say Spence don't make adjustments, then say outside of that.
He can't,
knockdown.
man. He can't. Bro, come on, man. You know
Spence is like a one-dimensional fighter, man.
I'm gonna ask the EJ fans. Let me ask this world comment to the EJ fans. What did Justin Dean make in the Porter fight? Outside that knockdown, what adjustments did he make in the fight? It was a close fight. He won by split decision. Do these guys forget that World Combat Sport? I guess they forget that he won by split decision.
I totally get where you're coming from with the lack of changes during the Porter fight. They was pretty much just feeding off one another.
Yeah,
that's all they was doing. They was feeding off one another, fighting the same fight. It wasn't anything that we saw like we seen here in this fight. Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter.
Crawford made adjustments, man. That's how you know he's a great fighter. Great fighters make adjustments.
If Spence fight for anything, it would be to go after the WBA belt. I don't see Spence first. Crawford next.
No,
I agree. I think the consensus have figured this out.
Mm-hmm. After that bullshit he pulled that tonight, I don't see him ever fighting no Bud Crawford. But I just want to know if they're gonna keep the same energy with this nigga. That's what I want to know. Now, after y'all said that Bud Crawford stopped Porter, now it should be the energy put on EJ to fight this man now, right?
Yeah, they should push for it, for real.
They need to. No more.
Because they can't sit up here and use this resume shit no more because he stopped everybody he's fought at welterweight. Yep. He's a problem. Bud Crawford is a problem.
Yeah.
He's a problem, man.
And see, they want to protect EJ. They want to protect him. They want to baby him. But when they get in the ring, I hope one day they get in the ring, bro, because they need to get in the ring with each other, man.
Yeah, they probably going to get in the ring on an exhibition 6 or 7 years from now on Triller.
That's why I tried to tell them. Do some Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. shit.
Yeah, they're going to be on Triller and shit, all old and yeah, it's about time. It's about time. I still got it. I just hope they fight, man. That'll be a good fight. But, you know, it's almost a perfect time because, you know, the pandemic is, you know, we have limited restrictions due to the pandemic. We're back to full capacity with crowds and everything. So the only thing that's out there is PPV, where the fight is going to be at, and when the fight is going to happen. That's it. That's all we have to do. Let's see it. We need to start bringing up those narratives. Who should he fight next? If Spence don't want to fight Bud, then Bud should move up to 54. Fuck it. Spence versus Crawford. Yeah, I got you. Spence versus Crawford. Hey, it is what it is, man. You have too many Crawford has too many scenarios that he can take. For Spence is right where he should be. You know what I'm saying? Try to play from behind, trying to figure out, a way to get around it. Make it about money. No, man, we really right now we looking at you as being backed in the corner, and you walking out of the arena and not owning up to your pull up game. You said your pull up game was going to be stepping into the ring. So what was all these YouTubers talking about? Oh, let's see how his energy like. Let's see how his temperature's like when he step in the ring this weekend. I hope he do. And the nigga left. He left, dog. Damn, man, that's some bum ass shit right there. Wolf tickets like Come on, call them for what they are. Wolf tickets like man. That's what I was waiting. I say, man, come on, Errol. Let's get it. It's bullshit, y'all. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't think that fight's happening. I'm just like,
that shit got me so upset, bro. When I seen him left like that, that shit got me so. I'm like, bro, that shit is disrespectful, man. Why would you even go to the fight? You could have watched that shit at home. You was not gonna get in the ring with him. Everybody, I thought he was gonna get in the ring with Bud, man.
I think Errol came there as if Terence Crawford was gonna lose tonight.
Yeah, because he would have got in the ring with Shawn Porter. I knew he got in the ring with Shawn Porter.
Yeah, he would have got in there with Shawn Porter. Said, "Let's fight for the belt."
Because that's what he did back in 3 years ago when Shawn beat Danny. He got back in the ring. He said he called out. I think he called out Porter and said, "Let's make the fight." But why you can't do it? Why you can't do it with Bud then? But that's why I want. That's why I want to know why you can't do that with Bud. But nobody wants to answer the questions.
But Errol Spence jumped in the ring with Shawn Porter too.
I just said that. Yeah, he jumped in the ring with Porter after the Garcia fight.
So even Shawn Porter said, "Yeah, I'll fight him next." He didn't fight him next. But it's the fact that he got his drunk ass in there and goddamn did it. I didn't see any of that tonight. Maybe y'all can help me in the chat. Free Hoover say free agent Bud. Yes, he a free agent, man. Let's see what moves he make. Let's see. IB said all credit to Bud for show, but I feel Porter had a lot of fight left. Well, shit, you step on the ant the first time, it has a lot of fight left too. That motherfucker just kick around and buck and do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? He know damn well he'll never be the same, but they do what they do. He had a lot of energy when he was punching the canvas there, IB, for real. This dude was throwing a damn grown man tantrum in front of thousands that was in attendance, millions watching. Man, come on, bro.
One thing I ain't like about the fight, though, I felt like when Porter, you see how Porter was throwing all the punches and Crawford was covering up. That's the one thing I ain't like about the fight.
He was just letting. He probably knew this is only assessment I can make of that.
I don't think he would have did that like with Spencer, because Spencer got a little bit of power. I don't think he would do that with Spence though. Because
my assessment is that he knew Shawn Porter was getting tired, so he was just wanting to let him use up his energy or whatever. He knew he was getting tired.
Yeah, man.
But you trying to tell me, Errol Spence, who do you think has more power, Crawford or Spence?
Oh, Crawford, man, for sure. I mean,
so why would he be scared of Errol Spence punches?
The last knockout Errol Spence ever had was the Campos fight, right? Carlos or Campos, right? Was that the last Errol Spence knockout, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so because they wouldn't have grabbed him from the bottom of the barrel.
Hey, that wasn't even his mandatory. Ray Robinson was his mandatory. They switched the mandatory position for him, so they have a homecoming fight. People, they don't. The EJ fans, they don't even talk about that shit.
They don't even talk about it.
No, they forget that shit so fast. Nigga, I just can't wait till Bud get in the ring with this nigga so we can just end this nigga's career, man. I wish Bud can just end this dude's career, man. So we can get his fan base, man. Because these dudes, they just so sensitive, bro.
Yeah, we just need his fan base. I like that. Yeah, we need Errol Spence fan base so they can stop
go
fucking
away,
off.
Man. Just go away, bro.
No way Spence can be in the same box as a fighter that has lost 4 fights. Outside knockdown. All credit to Bud for sure.
Shawn Porter, those 3 losses they had before, man, those are close fights, though, bro. Shawn Porter, he just can't make the adjustments, man. If he can make adjustments, man, Shawn Porter be a world champion right now if he can make adjustments. Because Shawn Porter can box. He has a lot of skills, man. He just can't make the adjustments. And
He's two-time world champion, dog. Former 2-time world champion. So at one point in time, he had the right opponent to get the job done. He beat Devin Alexander, and then he beat Danny Garcia for the vacant. So hey, time to run out. His skills and his skill set has not evolved with boxing. It hasn't evolved yet. He kept that shit the same, and then his dad want to sit up here and act like he didn't have a good training camp and this, that, and the other. Now we
that
don't
sounds
want to
like
see no
excuses to
rematch.
me, though, bro. Like he had,
It is excuses,
yeah,
but we don't want to hear no rematch
now
shit.
he didn't have a great training camp. That's gonna be the next excuse they're gonna do, bro. How many excuses you gonna keep on giving this dude, man? How many excuses? I don't want to hear no more excuses. Bud won the fight, bro. Man, come on. Shawn Porter was ranked a top 4 welterweight in the world. So this is number 1 versus the number 4 welterweight in the world. These are top 5 guys going at it. He's a top 5 guy. This is a top 5 guy. He's just being the division. So he did fight somebody. But they gonna, but the excuse they gonna make, but he lost all his big fights, man. Stop it, bro. Name me an undefeated world champion that Spence beat yet. He never beat an undefeated world champion. He never did.
He don't need to. And then I ask him, I say, so who's out there that you consider a Hall of Famer on Errol Spence's career that's going to get him that recognition he needs,
They're
get him
gonna say
that
Shawn
favor?
Porter.
Yeah, they always talk about Shawn Porter and Kell Brook, man.
Then they're gonna say Mikey Garcia. They're gonna say little ass Mikey Garcia. Stop. That's what they're gonna say. His best winner is really Mikey Garcia. If we're just gonna talk about divisions and world and college history, it's really Mikey Garcia. It's really not even Shawn Porter. But for welterweight, it's gonna be Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter is a good fighter in this era. But you know what Terence Crawford remind me of, man? He remind me of Aaron Pryor. That's who he remind me of. Nobody wanted to smoke with Aaron Pryor. And I hope that Terence Crawford don't have a career like Aaron Pryor in a sense like that nobody want to smoke with this man. You know what I'm saying, world?
I think they want smoke with him. They want to pick the right time to have smoke with him.
Because he already 34 years old, and I'm not going to say Father Time is going to be catching up to Bud, but bro, like at 35, 36 years old, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the time they're going to start really chopping at the bit to fight this man when he gets his late 30s and stuff like that. They're going to try to age the man out. That's what they're going to try to do. That's why
I'm listening to the post-fight conference right now. I'm just gonna let y'all. I'm just gonna play the audio.
That's it. I said, that's it. We're done. That's it. No, there was no argument. He was more within himself, mad at himself, not mad at what I was saying to him. Like he was kind of stuck in this, there. As he went down and he, slammed his hands on the canvas, he's pissed at himself. Not at me. No. So. Shawn, over here. In the beginning, he started off with fighting conventional, and then he switched to his regular southpaw.
He switched in the second round. I could have sworn.
Yeah, well, you know what? We trained basically southpaw for him. We knew that a majority of the fight by him would be fought southpaw, and we know that that's where his comfort zone is as a southpaw. So there were a few times where he switched during the fight, and there was no thing. I think we handled that accordingly the way we always do. And the switch really wasn't a problem. I think it was just more so me. I was a little hesitant tonight, and I don't think I kept my foot on the gas pedal enough. Big fights, get some really good guys, and always have my health at the end of the night.
Retire. Talking about his health.
I think it was when he won his championship fight, and I said that he would be the last one I fought. And after we fought, I felt like there was something else, and something else was Terence Crawford. I said, win, lose, or draw, it doesn't matter. I'm giving this sport a great deal.
So he is retiring.
To the competition, and more training. And with that being said, after you fought everybody at the top, what more do you do? I'm not going to be a gatekeeper. You would look at the 4 losses and would assume that, hey, well, he could be a gatekeeper. Now, that's not the life that I want to live. I've never wanted to live the life of a fighter who fought into his 40s. Quiet as Kell, we wanted to fight when we wanted to end this when we was 30. We talked about that, and 34, and now's the time.
So Shawn Porter is pretty much confirming that he wants to retire. That.
Didn't matter. If I saw what I saw, that was my plan.
Okay. Well, first of all, everybody loves Shawn. Thank you. Know how hard you work. And the other thing is this. I commend your father. Let's start with your father. Most people criticize your dad. But I think you and your dad, I know your relationship. I mean, so close. No one knows what goes on with you guys. And I think that when your dad said Keith Heidick, BoxingScene.com. Kenny, you had mentioned in the ring that you were not pleased with Shawn's preparation for the fight. Can you tell us what you didn't like about it?
No knock against Shawn in terms of who he is, but as he mentioned earlier, when he thought that Errol Spence would be the last fight, maybe before he fought him, he thought that. I'm his father. I knew that. So I knew everything that was going to happen with him before it happened. So this was something that was coming, not to be negative towards him, but because I'm his father, I could see these things. Jeff, you can attest to this. I can see it in the training. I can see it in the movements. I can see it in looking at the clock to see how long I got to be here today. I can see it. The most important thing, more important than anything else, and I smiled, not just because it was you, Jeff, but I appreciate what you said, and I smiled. But I smiled because someone said I was criticized. Please, criticize me. Go right ahead. I love it. Because at the end of the day, which this is where we at right now, we are at the end. We're at the end. Tomorrow morning, I will be able to look out of my window at his house, right across the street from me. I will be able to play with my little G-man. Those are my grandsons. I will be able to walk my dog over to his house. I will be able to hug my daughter-in-law. And I will be able to love on my son. So we won before we got here. We were already winning. It's just what's expected in the ring, but in the biggest part of this picture, when this thing is over with, I'm still his father. He's still my son, right? And Steve, if he got hurt in fight number 3, it never ends. I gave him a genuine smile. He's victorious. He's a great fighter. I respect and appreciate the opportunity to coach against Bo Mack. I can remember way back in the amateurs when Bo Mack rolled out the carpet for me in his gym. I was looking at a picture just yesterday of you and Shawn when y'all was about 15 years old. Nobody knew back then that this would happen except God. And this was God's plan. Julie Goldstecker, go way back with us. I appreciate you. Thank you, Terence. Last thing I'm gonna say is thank you guys. God bless you, and enjoy this man right here, man. He's quite a guy. Y'all already know that. Yeah, congratulations, bro.
Hey, Terence, congratulations right down in front here. Do you think this was your best performance?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No? How do you critique yourself?
I did good, but at times, I let Shawn work when I could have been working with him, but I just gave him the confidence to keep doing what he was doing at times. But I feel like, Jeff Horn, Felix Diaz performances was better than tonight.
Interesting. He said, in trying to describe you, he said, there's no other way to describe Terence than different. When you hear somebody refer to you as different, what do you think they refer to that way, talking about you like that?
Well, I think they refer to my versatility.
Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
Just in a way where, I take away their strength.
Terence, did you run into Errol Spence in the parking lot? He was hightailing it out of there after what he's seen happen in the conclusion of the stoppage.
Individual fight. He mentioned Spence. He mentioned Josh Taylor. Is there any individual fight out there that appeals to you more than others?
It is.
When do you make the decision? How do you kind of go through it and come up with your decision?
Well, I'm pretty sure my decision is made already. Bob couldn't secure me the Spence fight when I was with him. So how you going to secure me the Spence fight when I'm not with him? So, I'm moving forward with my career right now, and I wish everybody the best.
He moved on from Bob. Yahoo! Bye-bye. That is right there. You heard it. He's moving on. Bob can secure when he's with him. He ain't gonna be able to secure when he ain't.
I know you were informed that Spence was here. You showed him up on the screen. You didn't stop Shawn Porter the way you did. His other losses against top guys, Kell, Brook, Thurman, were also close decision. Can you tell me about your thoughts about not only being the winner of the fight, but doing it in a manner in which those other guys that were at the top of the division did not do? You did it in a very spectacular way.
You got to understand, it's been a long time coming. Everybody was downgrading the level of competition that I was fighting, said I'm not fighting nobody and this and that and that and this. But today I got the opportunity to fight another top welterweight, as y'all say, and it showed today. It showed that the guys that I was fighting, they wasn't no pushovers, they wasn't no walkovers. Y'all might didn't know them because their name wasn't highly out there like the rest of our names, but they was talented fighters. They was undefeated fighters. They was hungry. They didn't have nothing to lose. They never lost before, so they don't know how to lose. But a lot of people, they criticize them and they see how I win, and they down talk them and they bash him and say, oh, well, he's not fighting nobody. Well, today I fought somebody and the same thing happened.
But how did you feel that you were the guy that knocked him out and those guys couldn't?
Well, it's the same, you know what I mean, with anybody else. You know, I was beating undefeated fighters. I was the first person to stop them and, you know, make them look the way they did, and they never looked at the same after. You know, and people will call them washed up and say, "Oh, well, they not this, they not that." But have you seen anybody do Kell Brook the way that I did?
And lastly, it was close on the scorecards. At one point, I believe on two of the cards, you were ahead on all three. In your mind, I felt like it was a close fight. I think a lot of guys at ringside did. How did you feel it was in the ring? How close did you think it was?
I didn't think it was close at all, to tell you the truth. I was out there, you know, doing what I wanted to do, you know, and once I got the look that it was close, I had to turn it up in that round, and that's when I got the stoppage.
Now, Terence, James Weller, Boxing Source. Talk about that adjustment to go southpaw pretty much in the second and third round and catching Shawn Porter with those counters.
Well, Shawn Porter, he was just trying to land that overhand right, and I seen that I can catch him in between that shot, and the southpaw stance would be the best shot to catch him with.
Terence, after a while where you were, done with the Spence fight, but from what you said to Bob and just now, it sounds like you might want that fight once more. Do you want that fight still? And if it takes having to go to PBC, will you do that?
Man, like I said before, man, I don't need Spence. You know, I've been the number one.
Talk to him. You don't need him, Shawn.
Three-time, three-weight world champion. You know what I mean? Like undisputed world champion. You know, come in the welterweight division, my first fight, and win a title. Like the things that I've been doing in my whole career is nothing compared to Spence. You know, not to take nothing away from him. You know, he's unified and whatnot. But like I said, it is what it is at the end of the day.
But William King for 95.7 Omaha. When's the next time you're going to come to Omaha and showcase your skills?
Oh, I don't know. You know, I'll be there tomorrow, but I don't know when the next time we gonna fight.
Now, and then my last question: What side are you? What side are you? Are you the A side or are you the B side?
Man, I'm the all side.
Terence, Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV. Terence, I'd like to ask you. You landed a lot of thudding punches on Porter early in the fight. Was there any time in particular where you hit him and you said, "Look, I got him. It's almost over"? What was the turning point for you?
No, I didn't get to hit him like I wanted to in them early rounds. I believe I was grazing him a little bit. You know, I caught him with some good body shots that I know he felt. You know, but as far as to the head, I was grazing him because he was rolling. He had good head movement, and I was kind of loading up at times.
What went through your mind after the first knockdown?
Oh, I got him. Once you know what I mean.
Parents, Muhammad Mubarak with the Electronic Urban Report. How much? Congratulations on the win. Earlier this week, you was pretty much tipping your cap to Canelo. Giving him praise, saying that he earned the number one pound spot. Do you feel like you definitively shut the door? You don't want to see any more Canelo at the top, only you?
Canelo's a great talent. You got to put him up there at the top. Like I said, my performance today would determine whether you put me number one or number two. And that's not for me to decide. It's all opinionated. So, y'all make y'all opinion, y'all assumptions, and y'all do what y'all do. And y'all vote on it, and y'all tell me who's number one and who's number two.
Next up, what weight?
Well, my people, I just wanted to give you a post-fight audio review of Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is now 38 victories in, 0 defeats, and 29 by way of knockout. So it is absolutely impressive to the highest form of recognition when it comes to his credentials, accolades, achievements, awards, anything you want to pack on in there and soften it up, you can. He has a reputable breastplate at welterweight division and in boxing, period. But the welterweight division, he has stopped his 6th straight opponent. That's more than what anybody else has done. So the conversation has to be sanitized now. You have to do a review on the common language that is used when it comes to his resume. We cannot talk about he hasn't fought anybody. We cannot talk about the person that's on Errol Spence's resume can beat those. Yeah, we already know that. He's beat Kell Brook. Okay, who did it better? He's beat Shawn Porter. Okay, who did it better? So we have to take all that into consideration and switch it up a bit. We have to do, you have to do a bit more research. You have to come up with more fresh criteria. We have to come up with projections. It's almost like having a spreadsheet. You got to set the calendar out there, and I think that's calendar. Yeah, it's nothing we can mark off on that. We can't mark off any specific date because the one thing I know about Crawford, when he makes decisions, they seem to be damn near solid. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's out of the ring and definitely in the ring. If he say he doesn't need Errol Spence fans need to understand he doesn't need Errol Spence. But the reason why y'all keep on saying that Terence Crawford needs Errol Spence is because Errol Spence know he needs him. He needs that name. And a lot of people are telling him he needs that name. But to be honest, I believe EJ is entirely spooked about losing that O. And if he does lose that O on this record, it's going to take him down the ladder. Well, he's going to have to step in there with some names he never thought he had to fight at welterweight. I think he's a bit spooked with the potential of losing that O. Because he's trying to ride that shit out as much as he can and make some big paychecks and then get up out of the sport. Because I don't think he will ever be the same after the accident. I think if he gets hit in the head too much more in his career, it's going to affect him long term. And that's not being facetious or anything or throwing jabs. I just totally believe that, yes, that's where we at right now. That's how the pendulum swings for Errol Spence. When he had an accident and was thrown out on the slab, it was bad, all bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it, man. Crawford in 3 years late on Bob Arum. Funky old ass, better late than never. Eddie Hearns won't get the Spence fight for your ass either. If the Spence fight isn't made, then it's okay, because then this would press the Bud maniacs. I'm not the Bud maniacs that we already know we maniacs, but it'll push the EJ holics. That's what I'm calling the EJ holics. You got to get with the EJ holics so they can speak on what's the next plan for EJ since he stormed out of the arena. You know what I'm saying? He came over there. The last time I checked, that shit was in Vegas, right? EJ does not stay in Vegas. EJ and the EJ holics arrived and had everybody talking about him jumping in the ring and everything. I mean, I was on some panels and people was going through it like, wow, EJ say he's going to jump in the ring. He's going to jump in the ring. Well, the only ring he probably jumped into was a dirty ass tub. I'm telling you, bro, this is the biggest capper, man. The people flock to, they influence. EJ remind me of how people start cults. You know what I'm saying? They never really did anything prominent in life, but they're able to influence so many people. They don't really know how they do it. They just know they can do it. And that's what's going on with EJ right now. He has a lot of EJ holics, and they really believe in him. But what they're not believing is the fact that Terence Crawford, no matter what he said in his post-fight conference, it doesn't freaking matter. You can't say the man's scared, he ducking, none of that. He said he don't need him. So that man just went in there and stopped Shawn Porter for the first time. Nobody's never did that shit. You can't talk about his resume no more. You can't talk about Shawn was washed up and he talking about this is last fight. None of that, because y'all was just hyping him up. Talking about he had sparred this person, that person. Tank was in there giving him the business and all this other shit. No, Shawty. No. He gets 1,000% credit on going in there stopping Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter is 35 years old. No. I take that back. Both of them the same age. Shawn Porter's 34. Terence Crawford's 34. You know what I'm saying? So let's not get on here and do that. Let's not get on here tomorrow and do that. You understand? Let me go back over here because I'm about to go over here and travel. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what's going on other people's channels, because they're not gonna come over here. Let me see. Yeah, people, I'm gonna close mine down. I'm gonna go see what all these other casters are talking about. Crawford is 3 years late on Bob Arum. Okay, it's better late than never. Yeah, at least he said it in front of Bob though. Crawford said himself, you out Canelo there. But man, appreciate y'all for pulling up though. Real talk. Y'all continue to support. I'm about to go over here and clown on my boy. Turn up and tune in to World Combat.